Hi guys, Artie here, and have you wondered why The Simpsons has never aired on Adult Swim? But pretty much every other Fox adult animated show has. Despite the show first premiering in 1989, it did not air on any cable network until 2013, and was exclusive to local channels. Before 1993, you could only catch the show through the premieres on Fox, and the occasional rerun here and there. The Simpsons was first made available for syndication on local channels only in 1993, and finally entered syndication in fall of 1994. 20th Television, aka Fox, began syndicating reruns on local stations across the United States for years, and pretty much every Fox affiliate still does. However, cable sales were not possible due to restrictions in the original contracts with local stations, and it stated that the show could not air on cable until the series ended. How little did they know. Not to mention, there would be an overwhelming amount of networks airing the show, and it would become tiresome for viewers. In addition, Adult Swim did not exist yet in 1993, and Cartoon Network just barely started and was growing their first roots. This did not stop Adult Swim from trying for years to get the rights to The Simpsons, and they always wanted to. The Simpsons was already successful as it is, and did not need Adult Swim's help, like with Family Guy. At the time the rule was first put into effect, Fox did not realize the show would run for the rest of eternity, and thought it would eventually end after several seasons. So eventually in 2013, 20th Television lifted this rule and finally made the cable rights for The Simpsons reruns up for grabs. Fox evaluated the worth at $800 million, or $1.5 million per episode, which was extremely expensive, and certainly one of the most valuable television assets. Adult Swim and TBS, which were owned by Turner, NBC Universal's USA Network, and WGN America, now known as NewsNation, were the three candidates most interested in bidding for the cable rights. Viacom was also a potential bidder, but never ended up making a move. This was Adult Swim's last chance to get the rights to air The Simpsons, but they were presumably outbid by FX. There's no confirmation to what actually happened, but the best inference is that Adult Swim gave up since the rights were too expensive and FX Network won. More specifically, it was going to be airing on the upcoming FXX channel. Now they would have the home field advantage, as it was owned by Fox at the time, until Disney came strolling along in 2019. But I'll come back to Disney in a little bit. Before I go any further, I need to talk about how FXX itself was formed. Back in 2013, it was announced that FX would be split into two channels. Fox Soccer was replaced as a result of the new channel launching, because Fox Sports lost the rights to air soccer matches. I forgot to mention this in my FXX history video, but FX2 was actually a proposed name for the channel. The main FX channel would become drama and action focused, while still showcasing tons of movies on the schedule, and the new FXX channel would be comedy oriented and aimed at young adults. On September 3rd, 2013, the channel finally launched, replacing Fox Soccer. If you want to learn more about FXX's history, I recommend you check out my older video, FXX Network 10-Year Retrospective. It wasn't until August 21st, 2014, when The Simpsons made its monumental premiere on FXX with the ceremonious Every Simpsons Ever marathon, which you all may already know about. After the marathon finished, the show would air on a regular basis every day except Wednesdays and Saturdays. I forgot when exactly, but around 2021, the show started airing every single day. The show brought in record ratings for FXX, and is still the most successful show that aired on the network, along with Archer and You're the Worst. Almost forgot to mention It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. They would be nothing if they did not have that show. The sharp turning point not only for the network, but the Simpsons franchise is when Disney bought out 21st Century Fox, and the sale finalized on March 20th, 2019. They bought all of Fox, except the Fox channel and its affiliates, as well as News Corp, which owns Fox News, Fox Business, and Fox Weather. This acquisition was very controversial for the time, as it would create an even bigger monopoly, and given how Disney handled previously acquired IPs and companies. On October 2nd, 2019, FXX's sister channel Freeform, formerly known as ABC Family, that is also owned by Disney, began airing reruns of The Simpsons as well, and still does to this day. It's hard to explain, but Freeform was sort of a family-oriented channel, but more recently began to lean towards a female young adult audience, basically FX for women. To date, This is the only other cable network that has aired The Simpsons, excluding the movie and the crossover with Family Guy. Maybe the main FX channel will air it in the future, who knows? Especially since Spectrum dropped FXX along with a bunch of other secondary cable channels owned by Disney in September 2023. Another implication of this merger is that FXX would be a more animation-centric network and would begin airing other Fox cartoons such as Family Guy, Bob's Burgers, King of the Hill, The Cleveland Show, and Futurama throughout the years. The channel improved significantly, even rivaling Adult Swim and Comedy Central. To this day, The Simpsons is a staple of FXX. How it works nowadays is that the most recent seasons of The Simpsons, Family Guy, and Bob's Burgers will premiere on local Fox affiliates, and then later added to the rotation on FXX once the season finishes airing all its episodes. Sadly, Adult Swim was never able to gain the rights to The Simpsons, and if anything, lost other shows throughout the years such as Family Guy, a stepping stone for the block, and they were the ones that saved the show from being cancelled in the first place. The closest thing we got was the Family Guy crossover episode Simpsons Guy, which aired on Adult Swim and TBS occasionally. More interestingly, Cartoon Network in the Philippines aired The Simpsons during 2006. Yes, I'm serious. Now that I actually think about it, The Simpsons actually fits in with the Cartoon Network primetime lineup just fine, as it is a more family-friendly adult animated show. Introducing The Simpsons to cable was one of the most successful business moves in the television landscape. To be honest, I believe they chose the perfect time to premiere the show on cable. If they started too early in the 90s or 2000s, there would be too many channels airing the show at once, and it would get old rather quickly and annoy viewers. If they waited too late, say like until the 2020s, there would be no point as cable TV in America is already on life support, due to many factors such as the high cost, changing media landscape, streaming, and the cord-cutting movement. With how successful and popular the show was in the 90s, I'm surprised Fox didn't disregard quality over quantity, and instead put off airing The Simpsons on cable to avoid oversaturation. Out of sheer curiosity, I searched through old message boards and web forums relating to the discussion of whether The Simpsons should air on cable networks like Adult Swim and FX. Quite a few comments, dating back to 2005, said that The Simpsons has too many episodes and would quickly take over the Adult Swim block as a result of record ratings. Fast forward to 2024, and now Bob's Burgers airs way too much and on many channels. Before I close out, I want to say that for whatever reason, The Simpsons is only syndicated on one channel in my area. Just Fox. Not even the CW or My Network TV airs reruns in the Boston-Providence area like other markets do. To make matters worse, they only air the most recent episodes and never the classic episodes, let alone anything older than season 26. Is there a reason why they don't air any of the older episodes in syndication? I forgot to put this in the video, but the main problem with The Simpsons airing on FXX is that they stretch and crop the show to widescreen, and it looks ugly. I don't like it. It ruins the original artistic vision, and why can't they just show it in 4:3 as originally intended? Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, notify, and check out other videos on the channel. You may like them. Do any local stations in your area show reruns of the older Simpsons episodes or only the new ones? Let me know in the comments, because I'm wondering if this is a problem exclusive to this area, or if it also plagues other stations.